So we've all heard the phrase buy cheap, buy twice. Well, I've just found an 80 litre backpack, brand new on eBay, for £27. So let's find out if it was a complete waste of money or the ultimate bargain. I already own a really good quality pack, the Osprey Exos 48, and I've had it for maybe 2 years and it's serving me really well, excellent quality, and I absolutely love it. But this year I'm wanting to move away a little bit from summit camps. I want to do a few more woodland camps and a bit more bushcrafty stuff. So I didn't really want my Osprey to get all ripped up and burnt and end up stinking of smoke. So I thought, I wonder if I can jump on eBay and find like a cheap second-hand pack for around about £30 that I don't mind getting all scuffed and battered. So I eventually came across this on eBay and I thought, £27 for an 80 litre backpack? That surely it's going to be shocking quality. But I was really intrigued because I thought, well, what if it isn't? What if it's quite good? IFX Digital on eBay, and they make a wide range of packs from 30 litre right up to 120 litre, and loads of different colours. I think they do like 12 different colours. I ended up picking this one, which is the khaki version. I thought, well, at the very least, if this is terrible, I've only lost 27 quid. I can make a video and just warn people off it and tell people not to buy it. I could be lucky and end up with an absolute bargain. So it turned up within 2 days, which I was quite impressed by, but I was shocked at the size of the package. So bear in mind, this is an 80 litre backpack and it came in a package that size. What's it made out of, plastic or something? Is it inflatable? So this is not a review, it's just an unboxing / first look at this rucksack. When I've unpacked this, I'm going to load it up with some gear, put a fair bit of weight in it, go for a wander around with it on and show you some shots of me wearing it and stuff like that. So when I posted about this bargain / waste of money on Facebook, it caused quite a bit of controversy. A lot of people were saying buy cheap, buy twice, you should basically fork out more money to get a decent product, which, to be honest, I genuinely do fall into that category. But then there was other people saying, why are you slating it? It might be really good. Just because it was cheap don't mean it's going to be rubbish. It gets to a certain point where you're literally just paying for the name and you're paying silly money just for the sake of a designer make, which that can be true, but I highly suspect that for £27 you're not going to get an 80 litre backpack that is going to be tough, durable and well thought out. I imagine before opening this that it's going to be cheaply made in China, which it actually says, and I suspect I could probably pull it apart with my bare hands now, let alone 2 or 3 months down the line. So I'm going to try keep an open mind with this, and I need to bear in mind the price of it. I'm used to using Osprey packs, what are excellent quality, but they do have quite a high price tag. If I'd just got into backpacking and I'd not owned any other backpacks, what would I think to this for the price that I paid? Straight away I've noticed that the buckles aren't attached to the straps. Not a big issue. So first things first, the feel of this actually feels pretty decent. It feels like Cordura. The website is quite hard to find out actual specs of the materials and stuff, but what I did find was polyester waterproof lining and 600D Oxford nylon or something. I'll put up what they actually say the materials are on the screen now. That's a bit worrying. Like I say, this feels like that Cordura stuff, but then if you turn that pocket inside out, in fact let's try it with this big pocket. So that's the first thing, look, the zips snagging as it goes around that corner. Yeah, the way that this flap protects the zip, it actually stops you from being able to open and close it easy. And there's like a little flap there at the back of the zip which literally just gets in the way. So it'd be difficult to open this one-handed, but I think if you just take your time, you'll be alright. It's like Cordura with a plasticky backing. That might be normal, I've just probably never paid such close attention to it. Yeah, you can see how it'll get stuck, but if you sort of preempt that, tuck it in before you get to it, it's not too bad. It would be annoying with, you know, that's annoying, isn't it? If you try to get something out of here quickly, or zip it up quickly when it starts raining or whatever. There's no branding on the zips, obviously. They're just plain zips. They do feel like some sort of metal. They're not plastic, so that's something, I guess. This webbing, you could probably get an axe handle or something like that in there. There's two of them. Probably put your axe in there, your knife in there if you wanted, although my knife's usually on my belt. But like the stitching on these, I'm pulling on that quite hard. It's not ripping. And the stitching around the front of the bag, what I can see so far, seems pretty decent. I'm pulling that pretty hard. I literally don't care if I break it. Make a good video, won't it? As you can see, the buckles aren't attached, but that's not a big issue. That's good. I was just checking to see if the buckles would slip if you pulled against them, which I'm really hoping the shoulder straps don't slip, because when you adjust them you want them to stay in place. One thing that is quite annoying with these buckles and straps is there's no sort of thicker bit on the end to stop it slipping back through, so if you fully open it like that it'll slip off and you'll have to put it back on. So that's probably something that I'll mod. I'll literally just fold that over and stitch it down like that. Let's go through the pockets then. On the front you've got this small pocket, it's about the size of a mobile phone. You've got some webbing on the front. This is the only webbing on the pack. You'd get an axe handle in there, which I will test out when I load it up. Quite narrow, but I think you could get a set of poles for most tents in there. And then there is a strap, what also needs attaching. So you can cinch that pocket down onto your poles or whatever. A bit frayed on the ends there, but not a big issue. again I'll probably fold that over and stitch it down. But there is the reoccurring issue with these pockets being awkward. We've had, especially in going around the corners. It's not the best, but it kind of works. I imagine the zips will be the first to go. The other pocket on the other side is the same. Possibly it might be a little bit easier when I've got stuff in the bag and it's not sliding about and fighting against me, but they are poorly designed zips. For me, these side pockets don't really matter as much as these, but you can get in and out of them. You just have to be patient with it. On the top of the pack, we've got another zip pocket on the very top, goes all the way back to there. And again, you can see what the material is actually like. It's like a rubbery, plasticky sort of thing. It does feel quite cheap, but the actual material is really tough actually. I don't know how it'd do against like punctures, like something would probably go straight through that, but tearing wise it's actually quite strong. I'm surprised holding the zip like this and pulling it, it's not ripping, so that's not bad. That's not too bad actually, because it's a straight one. The zip doesn't have to go around any corners. Right then, to the interior of the pack, the main pocket. And it is a huge pocket. That is massive. So there's nothing in here apart from a straightforward opening and a massive amount of usable space. I was wondering how these external pockets would affect the internal one, but they don't affect it at all, so there's loads of space in there. And one thing I am seeing as well is that the interior of the pack is actually loose. It's stitched in at the bottom, but you can pull the lining out, so it's kind of got a stitched in pack liner, and this is supposed to be waterproof, but we'll see, won't we? But I quite like that is stitched in, because I tend to use a pack liner as it is, and when you're folding it over the top and stuffing your stuffing your equipment in, the liner a lot of the time just gets stuffed down to the bottom of the pack. But with this it can't because it's stitched. Draw cord for cinching it together. Huge opening. It's the biggest pack I've ever owned. I used to have the Osprey for 70 AG, so going from the Exos 48 that has the curve of the frame of the pack that translates into the interior, going from that to a pack where the whole interior is usable space is quite cool for me. Although I'm not by any means saying that this is a better pack than the Exos 48, because it's just not. But yeah, so far I'm pleasantly surprised with this. Just noticed this. Yeah, it looks like they've literally just missed the stitches have missed. So I'll contact them about that. You never know, I might even get my money back and get to keep the pack. Or they might send me another one and I'll just fix this and give the other one away. We'll see. Then again, I might not hear from them at all. So let's have a look at the business end of the pack. So it's totally frameless. Very, very minimal padding in these. And I imagine that'll probably make your back sweat like hell. But we'll find out. fairly decent size hip belts, hip supports, whatever you call them, hip pads. Again, very, very minimal padding in those. The plastic feels not too bad really. Straps, a little bit of webbing on the straps for you to attach things. Again, the straps, very, very minimal padding. I imagine it might be quite uncomfortable with a lot of weight in it, but that's just speculation at the moment, so we'll try and avoid speculating. The shoulder straps attach directly to the waist belt, which I think that's a bit odd. Usually the shoulder strap would attach to the pack here somewhere underneath. Or maybe that's normal, I've just never noticed. Quite like the colour. Oh, and also it's got a Velcro pad. You can put a Union Jack on there if you want to pretend you're in the army. It actually feels really rugged and strong. So if it does last, I might be able to just put up with the sort of niggly zips. The side pockets, I could quite happily leave them open anyway. I'll probably only use them for a water bottle. Let's see if you can fit a water bottle in them side pockets. Yeah, that's no problem, although I suspect it'll be quite... I was going to say it might be quite difficult to access your water bottle when you're wearing the pack, but actually I think that will be quite accessible. See if you can fit a 1 litre Nalgene bottle in there. Yeah, you can. And you can actually zip it up, which is a first for me. Usually the pockets I've had on bags, the side pockets, you can't zip it up, but you can fit an Nalgene in, but you can't zip it up. That's good, I'm happy with that. One thing I've noticed is this grab handle is not very well thought out because it's tiny. If you've got a 80 litre pack filled with stuff, it's going to be quite hard to lift it with 2 fingers. So another thing that I might mod if it's worth doing is just put a bigger loop on here so I can pick it up, because that is one of the things that gets the most use on a bag really. Right then, let's load it up and see what we can fit in it and try it on. I purchased this pack from IFX Digital on eBay for £27, and this is the description that the seller gives. This tactical backpack has a rugged construction and modular application. The terminology is a little bit weird because I assume it's been translated from Chinese, but here goes. Description. This tactical backpack has a rugged construction and modular application is the foundation of our design to help you conquer routine, the unexpected, and everything in between. Combining the most rigorous military features with mountaineering economics. This tactical backpack can be used as a 3-day assault pack, a bug-out bag, backpack, combat backpack, range bag, hunting backpack, survival backpack, outdoor hiking adventures, rucksack, military army backpack, or trekking backpack, or for your everyday use. Versatile anchor points on the exterior and interior of the pack. I don't know about that. Well, I don't know about military features and mountaineering economics either, but here goes. Versatile anchor points on the exterior and interior of the pack enables you to continually adapt and evolve the pack configuration to your changing needs. A lightweight attachment system along the handle provides an easy way to attach bulky items such as rope or jacket to the top of your pack for easy access. God, that's a lightweight attachment system along the handle. I think that refers to the webbing on the chest straps, shoulder straps should I say. Crunch as bad as them. I think that refers to the webbing on the shoulder straps. Blah blah blah. Attachment system along the handle provides easy way to attach bulky items such as rope or jackets to the top of your pack for easy access. Comfortable aerated closed cell foam padding aids in superior shock protection and comfort. That's absolute bollocks. Built-in mesh straps and back panel designed to provide proper ventilation while resting against you. There's no ventilation there whatsoever. Wider straps are designed to spread the load on your shoulders evenly, distributing the weight of the load. Engineered to handle heavier loads more comfortably. It is an ergonomically designed backpack built to be your trusted companion for adventures both close to home or missions far away. Modular laced pouch attachment webbing and is compatible with modular lightweight load carrying equipment, MOLLE, pouches so that you can customise the layout for your gear to suit your needs. Features: comfortable design with ventilated mesh padding on the back and shoulder straps designed to keep you cool. Padded shoulder straps, mesh padded back, adjustable chest straps. There isn't a chest strap on it, but I think they mean shoulder straps. And top handle are provided to help comfortably carry extra heavy loads. Carrier backpack is of high intensity and durable. What does that even mean? The carrier backpack is of high intensity and durable, full stop. Sized to fit a wide range of torso lengths, it will suit different bodies. That's conjecture. That's conjecture. Double stitch modular MOLLE system throughout the bag and shoulder strap to add on additional pouches and other tactical gear. The Assault Pack backpack can be used as 3-day assault pack, bug out bag backpack, combat backpack, range bag, hunting backpack, survival backpack, rucksack, military, army backpack for trekking backpack. What are they on about? Some of that's true, but most of it is just marketing BS. So I've done about 3 or 4 miles so far and the pack's doing really well. It's pretty comfortable actually. I've not got that much weight in it. I've just got a sleeping bag to bulk it out, my cook kit, gas canister, about 1 litre of water in an Algene bottle, axe, knife. I threw the bush box in there just to add a bit more weight. I'd say there's probably about 5 kilogram in here at a guess, and it feels nice, it's comfortable. You just have to be aware of how you pack the bag because there's obviously no frame, so I've packed the sleeping bag closest to my back to give me some cushioning, and it feels nice. The straps are staying taut when I tighten them, they're staying where they are. I thought like after walking the straps might slip a little bit, but that's not the case. So far I'm really impressed. I've seen a wild boar already, quite a big male, so that was cool. Unfortunately I didn't manage to be quick enough to get it on camera, but I'm still glad I saw one. I'm also testing out something else I bought on eBay, which is the Fjallraven Greenland jacket. I love it so far, I like how it looks. I'm aware that I look like a little bit of a military moob, but I don't know, I like it. So let's do a few more miles and see how we go, see if we can find another boar as well. That one was massive. I think it must have been a male, just one on its own, and it is mating season apparently, so apparently the males sort of wander about on their own looking for females. Right then, let's get back on track. I'm still on the lookout for boar. but I've not heard or seen anything just yet. Beautiful woodland this though, absolutely beautiful. As well as wild boar, I'm also on the hunt for a nice bit of wood to carve a few spoons and a cookser. So they're my objectives. Roger that, Corporal Palmer. I do look a bit daft with wannabe army colours, and it's really not what I was aiming for at all. I bought this jacket first, which was an absolute bargain. These are about 250 quid, brand new. And I got this for 120, so I was really pleased with that. Fits really well, really like it. I've always loved Fjallraven, as you can see. I bought this first, and then I saw this bargain backpack. So I was tempted to get black, but it just looked really, really boring. So here we are. I have got a few little comments that I want to mention about the pack, a few cons, but at the moment the pros seem to be outweighing the cons, which is really surprising. I'll talk to you about the couple of mods that I made and the cons that I've found with the pack already on its first outing when we stop and make some lunch. What a cool little hide. As you can see, I've made a few adjustments. I stitched this on, made like a cobra weave and stitched it on for a grab handle. I also folded the ends of these straps over and stitched them. As you can tell, I'm not the best at sewing. All in all, for £27, I'm over the moon with this bag, to be honest with you. And I showed you when I did the unboxing, there was a rip here which I've now stitched. I did a terrible job of it, but I have stitched it up. And so I thought, well, I'll contact them on eBay, see what they say. And I just said, hi, I've just received this pack and the stitching's faulty. And within a few hours, they sent me a reply saying, we will send you a full refund. So this pack went from £27, which was an absolute bargain, right down to £0. So I got this pack for free, so I'm over the moon with it. As I said, this isn't really a review because you can't review something after only taking it out once, but I can tell you my first impressions. If you're on a really tight budget and you're wanting a really cheap bushcraft bag, I would definitely go for this bag. For the money, it's brilliant. I'm really impressed with it. I thought it was going to be really cheap, nasty rubbish. It's just really surprised me. I wouldn't recommend it if you're hiking long distances or mountaineering, stuff like that, heading up a mountain to do a summit camp or something like that. I wouldn't recommend this bag purely just for the fact that the zips are a bit finicky. And if you were wanting to try and get something out of your bag quickly, you might struggle. It tends to be if you're in a rush to get something out. You can see I'm struggling here. But if you take your time with it, you can get it to work. I also thought it might be worth to run a bit of extra stitching along the top of these straps, just to give it a bit more, just to give it even more strength. It only took me like half an hour to do that, and you probably don't need to, but I thought, well, if I am going to stick with this pack, I might as well put a bit of time into it. A stitching time saves 9. For £27, I am very, very impressed with this bag. There's a few daft little things, like these straps should be stitched further down here somewhere so that you can cinch it down and it'll pull this lid tight over the top of the bag, whereas now they're stitched to here and here, so they're as tight as I can get them, and there's all that space there, so the pack's just flopping about, and obviously if it were chucking it down with rain could get in there. I might modify it, maybe move the straps down here and stitch them down here somewhere so that I can pull it right over when I've not got as much stuff in the bag. Normally when I'm heading out for a woodland camp, I will have a lot of gear with me because it's generally short distance, flat, and so I can afford to take a bit more weight with me. All the space in this 80 litre pack will probably be utilised, which will probably make the pack look a bit neater. Or I could stuff something in there like a wool blanket or my coat or something like that. That's probably what I'll do. I've carried this bag around with me for the last 3 or 4 hours. I've been wandering around the woods looking for wild boar and collecting wood. That's not like that. Get a spoon out of that and a cookser out of that. That's a video still to come. So all in all, was it worth me buying this bag? For the price, I genuinely don't think I could have got anything better for £27. I did see some ex-British Army Bergens for about 25 quid, but it stated C2, which with the ex-military packs there's C1, C2, and C1 is like pretty decent condition and C2 is fairly badly damaged. It says you can expect broken zips and buckles and holes and stuff like that, so if it's not fit for purpose, it's no good really. So am I glad I bought this bag? Yeah, I am, absolutely. It's perfect for what I want it for, just to throw loads of stuff in it, take it to woods, throw it about, not be worried about it getting burnt or stinking of smoke or just getting filthy, because woodland camps tend to be quite dirty ones, don't they? So if you're on a budget, think about this pack. I'm not saying run out and buy this bag because I haven't tested it for long enough to be able to tell you whether it'll hold together for longer than a week. So far, I'm really impressed. Thanks for watching. If you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing and liking the video, that'd really help. If you are new to the channel, I usually do wild camping, hiking and gear reviews. So give us a sub and stick around. This could be home tonight, couldn't it? What do you reckon? Little log cabin in middle at Forest of Dean to myself.